All right, so flip to the next page, page 5. We have a regular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's an octagonal prism. And this one's kind of basic because they tell you what the area of the base is, and then you can calculate what the perimeter is. And from base to base is 6, and then just plugging it into the formulas. But number 6 is a little bit more difficult. So we're going to do number 6 together, and then you'll be pausing and going grabbing your homework. This is the last video. So 6 is a little different because that is an irregular shape. But again, we're just going to do the B, the P, and the H together. You're going to try to put it on pause, plug everything else into the formulas, and then unpause. Okay, but first let's do the base together. So the base is that weird thing that's shaded on the side, right? So I can shade that in, or I can just know that that's the base. And if I slid it all the way through and ended up on the other side, how far did I go? That's your height. Circle the number that is your height. And put an H by it. Hopefully you circled the 20. Now that irregular shape that we have on the side there, we know how to do those kinds of problems from the last chapter. To find the area, we break it up into rectangles that we know. So go ahead and draw a line. There's 2 ways you could have done this. I drew a line right here. Oh, that was bad. And so my left rectangle was a 10 by 6 or 60. My shorter one was a 6 by 5 or 30. And so I just added those 2 together to get 90. And then for the perimeter, you're just adding up all the sides. 6, 5, 6, 5, 12, and 10. So when you do that, maybe you're pausing and doing it and coming back, but the total perimeter when you add all those together is 44. And then the height we already said was 20. So right now you're going to put it on pause, and you're going to calculate the surface area first, write the formula, calculate the surface area, then the lateral area, just pick it out from the formula, and then the volume. Okay, go ahead and pause, and then unpause when you're done. Did you get 100 or 1060? That's awesome. The lateral area, like we said, was the second part. The second part right here, that 880, is just the lateral area. That's easy to do. And then your volume's B times H, which is 90 times 20, which is 1800. And then go back and put all your units of measurement there. So hopefully you're doing okay. All right, now you're going to put it on pause, and you're going to go get the homework, and we're going to do the first problem together. Okay, put it on pause, go get the homework, and we're going to do the first problem together. Go ahead and do that. And they've got some steps here for you, the same steps that I said. The only difference is I do the height first. I do height as like my step 2. So your prism has 2 bases, you shade them in, identify the height. So step 4 I put up here. You identify that. And then you find your perimeter, your area of the base. I kind of do those the other way as well. And then you write down your formulas and you calculate all of your values. Okay? And then there should be a step 8, which is write your units of metal. All right, sweet. So we are going to do the first problem together, and then the rest is all you. All right, step 1, shade the base. If you want to shade the other base too, that's fine. So shade the front, shade the back, and then circle your H and label it H. Now the homework doesn't have a spot up top for the H. If you want to put it, that's fine. The other weird thing is that in the notes, the B is first and the P is second, but it doesn't matter as long as you're plugging it in correctly to your formula. All right, I redraw the base. I redraw the base, and I calculate the area of that base and the perimeter of that base. So the area is 1/2 times 8 times 6.8. Put it on pause and calculate that. And write it where the B is. You'll check your answers with someone else, and then you can work with them as well. And then for the P, you just add 8 plus 8 plus 8. Oops, I wasn't going to write any of your answers down there, but I just did. So that is 24. So now you have the perimeter, you have the area of the base. You already calculated that yourself, 1/2, 8 times 6.8, and the height is 14. So now you're going to plug it into your formulas. You want to put it on pause and calculate all those, and then come back to make sure you're doing it correctly. Okay, I'm going to compute that right now. So 8 times 6.8 times 0.5 gave you 27.2. And then you put that into the surface area. And this time the height wasn't up top, but it's in the picture, so times 14. Compute the two parts separately. Add them together. And then the second part is the lateral area. And then volume is just base times height, which is 27.2. And the height was 14 from the picture. 27.2 times 14, and you get 380.8. Okay, so we have a surface area, area of the base, lateral area, perimeter, area of one base, and the height. Go back, step 8, units of measurement. Volume, units cubed. Area, units squared. Area, units squared. Base is area, area of one base, so that's units squared. Perimeter is just units, and then the height, you don't have to do it because it's not up there. So you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers. All right, so all the rest is you. Happy homework.